Welcome to part 3 of our tour through my tackle box arsenal that I would bring on any given kayak ride. That's the important part, I think, because unlike these guys with the boats, I can't take, the kitchen sink with me. Since, the last video on jerkbaits was running a little bit long, I decided to split up jerkbaits and crankbaits. All my crankbaits are right here. This is what I have. I just started really getting into it, within the last year, and I feel like I have enough to cover all, applications in terms of matching baits and depths and actions as well. So let's dive right into it, no pun intended, and take a look at these crankbaits. Alright. So, we're going to start at the top here. Well, my top, I guess it might be your bottom. I'm not sure how this is going to, reverse or whatever. But, really, we're using this as our guide here. In the future, I'll, compare some of the different crankbaits more in depth. But right now, we're just kind of going through the organization part. So, in this top one, I've got my KVD 1.5. Get a good look at that. Squarebill with the little red belly, shad dot. It's in baby bass shad color. It's got a nice, these first two, as a matter of fact, are my KVD 1.5s. Baby bass shad, sexy shad chartreuse. They both have a running depth of 3 to 6 feet, and they weigh 5/8 of an ounce. And once again, I'm getting that information right off the card. Just real quick information. Good crankbaits, they have sort of a unpredictable searching action that they talk about. This one, in the sexy shad chartreuse, has a little bit more of a texture to it. But so far they've held up pretty well. The hooks I may change, they're pretty light wire and bendy. Then we move on to, I kind of have these grouped by the same color and style. These are super shallow running cranks. This one is the Bass Pro Shops XPS Laser Eye. You can see that? It's called OJ Brown Craw. 1/3 of an ounce, runs 1 to 2 feet. Has a little bit tighter of a wobble than this KVD, and this KVD weighs a little bit more. Weighs the same 5/8 of an ounce as the other two, and it runs a little bit deeper. It runs 2 to 3 feet, so it runs a little bit deeper. But unlike the KVD, this Bass Pro has a rattle. So all these XPS laser shads with the tight wobbles have the rattle, and just like this, it runs 4 to 8 feet. This medium crank, no square bill, tight wobble, rattle. It runs almost down to 7 on light line. Then we have Bass Pro Shops XPS, sort of knockoff silent KVD. It's called Texas Shad. Hooks are actually nicer. Bill seems pretty sturdy, but the laminate's not quite as nice. Oh. Then we have my, what I call 1.0 size square bills, all in one little section. And we have 2 KVD silents. They run 3 to 6 feet the same. They're only 3/8 of an ounce, a little bit lighter, but they run the same depth, same shitty hooks. Then we have the Cotton Cordell Big O, Pearl Shad. It doesn't really have it has a bad seam. It's not really nice, but it's got a nice rattle, I suppose. Haven't snagged it, and that was one of my first cranks I ever got. So that does it for the square bills. Right here we have Rebel Deep We Are, Chartreuse Blue, 3/8 of an ounce, 8 to 10 feet with a real tight little rattle to it. Pretty nice bait. Hooks could use an upgrade. Then we have the Balmer 4A, Model A, I suppose you could call it. 5/16 of an ounce, citrus color. Got a tighter wobble, got a chartreuse bottom to it. It'll get down 3 to 6 feet, but I'd kind of like it to go with this long bill. I'd like it to go down a little bit deeper. I guess it's good for winter, sort of colder water presentations that are a little bit more subtle. Then I have this Yozuri wakebait, pretty stout saltwater hooks on it, 0 to 5 or 0.5 feet, half a foot that is. Then I have my Rebel Crawl crank, weighs in at 3/8 of an ounce, chartreuse brown color. Gave it this red hook in the front, needed replacement hooks. Actually found it at my friend's house, but this red maybe just gives it that claw flash. That claw flash. A lot of tongue twisters here. And this runs 2 to 4 feet. And it's got this real light rattle to it that sort of mimics a crawfish. It's probably my most interesting bait, most versatile too. Good for winter, good for summer because of its searching motion. It's the Rapala Scatter Wrap Shad 7 series. It goes 5 to 8 feet. I think the 7 might be how deep it goes. It's called just silver. It's 1/4 ounce, silent. But what really sets it apart is it's got that flat crank, tight wiggle, but it searches. Tight wiggle for a little bit, searches. You know, it does that motion. Then we have your standard loose rattle traps. Crawl and chrome. Got a small chrome and a big chrome. I believe this is like 1/4 ounce. This is like over a 1/2 ounce. Same with that. I'm not really good at fishing those. If you guys could maybe say in the comments, give me a tip on how to fish those, that'd be great, because I'm afraid to lose them. How do you not lose those? That's what I want to know. Last but not least, we have the Live Target Thread Fin Shad. And as you can hear, it's got a real nice rattle. This goes 8 to 10 feet. Weighs 5/8 of an ounce, but feels like it weighs even more. Real nice bait, nice hooks. You really get what you pay for with this. It's almost a Tennessee shad color. And that'll about do it. That's the quick overview of how I organize my crankbaits. This card system, I think, works out really well. Tell me what you think about it in the comments if you would use a system like this. Remember, it's laminated. Okay guys, just one final look at all the colors, all the baits. There you go. And remember, this is the key. The laminate note card. All my weights, all my colors, all my brands, all my running depths. That's the key. Everything's there. Cleans up real nice. Closes like that. Ready to go. Alright guys, that's about it. Tell me what you think in the comments below about my little system I have here. Tell me what maybe you do different, what I could do to improve it. Shoot it a like if you enjoyed it, if you really enjoyed it. Maybe even subscribe.